And welcome back to the Muay Thai Minute. I'm your host, Lavell Wesley, with my co-host.
Andrew Vignati.
And how are you doing today? How is your? I can ask you how your weekend's been, but we kind of hung out this weekend, so I can't. Besides that, like how's your week been since the last time we talked? How's things been? We can always cut this out. It's all right.
No, it's
But
been good. Yeah, it was cool to see you guys this weekend. You came out to the gym, Iron Strong. That was cool for open gym. I think just to check it out and see where I'm training at these days. Appreciate you giving me some pads. I'm a little injured right now, so that's pretty much all I could do. But yeah, it was good. Went for a little run. I was happy to see you before you get out of the country.
before I leave the country for indefinitely,
Yeah. I'm like, "You're going to Mexico, maybe China, like, definitely Thailand
no,
at some point."
I'm going to China. My visa got approved, so
Yeah.
like I'm going to Mexico, and so like everything's already like it's all booked. My flight to Mexico is booked. My flight from Mexico to China is booked, and my flight from China to Thailand is booked. So everything's just booked. I may or may not have the money to afford to stay in these places, but my flights are booked. Like everything else, everything's booked, ready to go. Um, yeah. So it's just interesting. I don't know. I feel like I this is what I've always dreamt of, being able to just like travel. I was like, man, I can't wait. This is gonna open up so many doors for me to travel, and it's kind of like all I do now is just travel around, and it's weird. It's very strange.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice seeing you. It was nice seeing you too. It was nice to come to your gym. It was nice to like. Honestly, it's kind of nice out there. I'm not gonna lie. They like being the sticks,
Yeah.
being the boonies over there.
Oh,
It's
it's
kind of
cute.
nice.
Going for a little
It's not bad,
run.
right? It's like you forget that Massachusetts looks like that if you go like past a
Yeah.
certain point. Yeah.
Well, it's even more like that out by my place. But yeah.
Yeah, low key, I was hoping afterwards you just go to your house, but we save it for a future episode or
Oh,
something.
yeah, you shoulda let me know. You definitely coulda came over, but,
We could have, but it's okay.
it is like 50 minutes in the other direction, so gotta keep that in
It's all
mind.
right. We never. Well, that's not true. Big country has something to do. I was like, we have nothing to
Let me
do.
know. I'll plan for it.
Nah, I didn't have anything to
Yeah.
do. What are you talking
I thought
about?
you hang out with your girlfriend, no?
Yeah, at like fucking 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, exactly. So you had something to do, bro. What do you mean?
I mean, we stopped training at like what? 2?
One.
No, no,
One. Yeah,
Yeah,
1.
around
you
one,
get your
two, and then
sprints
like an hour
after.
to get back.
Yeah.
But there's always next time. I'll be back eventually.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I always say I don't know when. Like I'll be back in the U.S. by August, but I don't know when I'll be back in Boston, and that's kind of like where I'm trying to figure out now. Like fingers crossed. We'll hopefully have my own gym next year. Like if like I hate saying God willing, but if everything works out the
Mashallah.
way, yeah, what
God willing. Mashallah. Is that
yeah,
what they
if
say?
freaking I'm not sure. I'll tell you the truth, I'm not the most religious person. Um, it's just so funny. I'm really not. I'm really not. Um,
No, me neither. I feel like a lot of fighters are, though. It's like,
it comes with the territory. I
yeah,
feel
it's
like,
like so many
yeah,
dudes are just like, just God. That's the
I feel
thing.
like
I respect
fighting.
the hell out of it.
Yeah,
It's just not,
yeah. I don't. There's no problem with it. You
yeah,
know, I understand what God does for people,
yeah,
and like as long as you are using God as a tool to like empower and like not to like I guess control others or like to like
yeah,
using it as a tool for good versus evil,
yeah.
like I am with it.
That's
Um, but yeah, so hopefully next year I'll come back and like have a gym, and that's like where my mind is at right now. Like 100%, that's where my mind's at. Like I will have a gym next year. I'll have a gym next year, and aiming for that.
making it happen.
What would that look like? I have no idea. Like I was talking to, like I'll be completely vulnerable because I feel like it's important to the podcast. Like I was no, it'd be this like dead ass. Um, like something's like because like I know like I talk to people having a gym, and there's a lot of people who say they'll come with me, but I'm always worried that like I open it, nobody comes. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what? It's a possibility. And then
Yeah.
like I was talking to somebody about that, and I was like, I'm not saying it because like I think it's gonna happen. I'm saying it because like I just want to be like vulnerable and open about shit that like honestly I feel like people feel that way and they think this way, but they would never say it out loud. They kind of just like keep it on the inside. I don't care. But like it's
Yeah.
just something that I think about. Like, yeah, like so I am worried about like the time. Like what if I take too long, everybody just leaves and then goes does their own thing? Like, will I feel some type of way about that? I have no idea yet. But I don't think I will because I understand that like it's not that it's not important. It's just like it's there's always a way. I don't know if that makes sense.
No,
But
I
yeah,
know
it's
it
something I was thinking
totally
about.
makes sense. You
Yeah.
want like your team to be there with you and specific people. And but that said, like even if those people don't come with you, I just feel like the sport is growing so much right now. People are so
It
interested
is.
in it. And then you have like
Yeah.
a wealth of knowledge that I'd like to think people will respect and want to learn from you. So I don't think there'll be a shortage of people
I
coming to
hope
the
so.
gym, but I'm a little biased.
Yeah. No, I hope so too. Like I feel like there's two waves of like thought when it comes to um like Muay Thai in general. And this sounds kind of messed up. Like I'm kind of comparing it to like 1930s America versus like it's just like I guess I could compare it to racism, whereas people who are like who want segregation, people who are against it, and then like people who grew up in that era still have this mentality about how things used to be, but like things are completely different now.
Yeah.
I feel like Muay Thai is very similar, not in the racism. That's not what I was saying. But I feel like it's very similar when it comes to the old school mentality of how the way things used to be, because it's not that old. Like Muay Thai in America, 90s, 80s, like it was around, but wasn't really around, you know. And it started gaining traction. Like even when I was doing it in 2013, it started gaining traction, but it's not as popular as it is now. Like it is like still very niche. Um, but I think there's a mentality that like a lot of older coaches have that if you look at the newer guys who are running it, they don't think the same way. And I think that kind of plays a big factor into like how we will develop. Hopefully. But I was thinking so too. I think I have a lot of knowledge, and I think like my mentality of like wanting to be the best would transfer over to just wanting to be the best coach. Like I want to be the best fighter. And but I don't want to be the best fighter just to be like, oh yeah, I'm the greatest person ever, blah 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 blah. I want to be the best fighter so that I can literally guide people to be better fighters. That's the only like I think that's the only real way you can do it, because like the more I know, the more I can prepare you for stuff. Like just for example, I'm fighting in Mexico, and I like I mean this was completely my fault because just like I'm dumb and I don't like always read things fully. And uh there's negotiating like weight with this promotion and stuff like that, and kind of like talking through that, and then like they came back to me with the number, and they're like, oh yeah, this is a number, no tolerance. And I was like, damn, like you guys didn't even try to negotiate with me. And then I was talking to somebody else, and they said like a good like promotion, a good like here's some game for you guys, here's some game. Sorry, I may like steal a moment. um I was talking to a manager, and he's like, a good promotion will always try to negotiate with you. So you come in a little higher than you expect. And then they'll kind of come in lower, and you kind of talk through it like that. If you're with the promotion and they don't try to negotiate with you at all, not that great of a promotion. Like a good, like, we'll always try to have a step of negotiation in
Yeah.
business. But they did negotiate with me. I just was too stupid to realize the conversion from kg to pounds, and it's like, oh, you guys actually gave me a good deal. Okay, cool. Yeah.
So what is it at?
So we're supposed to be at 195.
Yeah.
It's now at 200.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I don't even know if I should say this. Yeah, fuck it, I'll talk. Who cares? All right. So like, I knew I wanted it at 200,
Yeah.
but I said 205. So I was like,
Yeah.
can
You
we do
should roll high.
205? Yeah, shot high. I was like, can we do 205? Knowing that like if it's at 195, odds are they might give me 200, because like 125, 205 is kind of high. If I said 200, they might be like, oh, let's do 198, 199. So I was like, hey, can we do 205? Hoping that they give me something where I want it. They came back saying 91 kg. It's like 91 kg. That ain't shit. And then I was like, oh, yeah, that's 200 pounds. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do. What is it? It's like 2.2 or something like that. So when it's in kg,
Yeah, it's like 2.2 times whatever the number in kg is.
yeah, it's tough for me to do that mental math with the 0.2. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I have no fucking idea what weight these guys are right now.
but that's kind of like what happened. Oh, also, by the way, I've been drinking these energy drinks called Riots.
Yes,
We're looking
good.
for any. They're pretty good. They're pretty good. I was gonna say they're no Gladiator energy drink though. So Gladiator, if you happen to be checking this out, we'd love to have some of your energy drinks on our show. Love to talk about you. Please, I'll reach out soon. But anyways,
Also, of course,
I drank a
um,
Gladiator the other day, and I knocked out 4 people. I'm just
is
gonna
you
say
really,
that.
bro?
I knocked out 4 people. I
I
didn't even
haven't.
touch them, dude. I blew on them, and they just fucking died.
Savage.
I've heard some good things about it. I've heard some good things about Gladiator. I just need to get in contact with them. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a first sponsor. But oh yeah, so okay, let's get into what we're talking about today. We just commentated for Noboundary 28, our second time commentating. Sorry, I'm gonna burp real quick. Excuse me.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was.
Yes.
I'm super grateful that they had us back, as always.
I mean, it was. So let's get into, I guess, the format. We could start off with like, what was your like overall opinion about the show?
I thought it was a good show. As time goes on, I see No Boundary Fight really growing and kind of changing the way they're doing things. Just kind of improving the production all around. I mean, they have commentators now. They've got the live stream looks pretty good. There's a lot of things they're changing. They're having the next show in Rhode Island, and then they announced, newsflash, everybody, they're gonna have a show at the House of Blues in December. It's gonna be fucking sick. I think they're gonna
Yes,
get the WBC involved somehow. Have some of the best
they're trying
fighting
to
Massachusetts there.
they're trying to bust out the big guns. They're
Yeah,
trying to have Chip on it, maybe Aaron Ortiz. Me.
so that's gonna be sick. Super excited for that. I'm glad to see it's growing, and yeah, it's kind of surreal. I feel like, when I first started Muay Thai, I didn't even really have a goal of fighting or anything at
Yeah,
all. I just was like, this seems cool. Like, I wanna try it out, and always wanted to learn some kind of martial art. This one seems like to be effective. Uh, Not that I would know anything about it being effective or not, but yeah, and then going to No Boundary Fight, I think, was kind of like my inspiration to start fighting. Definitely, when I first saw some fights in person, um, that was a huge moment for me. So now coming back, and I don't know how many years. What is it, like 6 years later now? Uh, Commentating on it, and yeah, it's cool. Like walking around, there's people I know there. It's like it's just a cool community. Like talking to Walt and you and
yeah.
Chase, and I love it.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind
Yeah,
of crazy. It's like a full circle. It's
yeah,
very weird how this shit works out. Um, yeah, I feel like the show is a good show. I think in like we were like I said before, just reiterating, we're commentators for it, and that's always like a very interesting experience. Kind of like sitting there with the headphones on, talking and watching the fights, and trying to like be entertaining and not biased, and providing good, clear explanation of what's happening. Still get comfortable with it. It's a very tough like gig,
yeah,
but we're. I feel like we're learning, and I feel like
yeah.
we are doing. This one was a better version than the last one. I personally believe like we did a better job. Um, and yeah, I feel like the first one there was like a slight, and in the beginning there was like a slight battle for the mic.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there wasn't. We didn't flow as easily.
Yes.
This time around, all three of us kind of like flowed a little better. It was a little more like, it felt a little more friendly. It felt a little more connected. It
Definitely.
felt like Guy Chase kind of trusted us a little more on the mic
Yeah.
than the first time. And I think that was like a really nice experience. And
Yeah,
we actually did
certain
interviews this time.
times I like I know he knows a ton about Thai culture and he loves to
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about that. So at certain times I prompted him to speak about it. Like when
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
group
yeah.
was like, "Oh, can you talk a little bit about that?" Or like somebody got teeped in the face and I was like, "Oh, would you consider that disrespectful in Thailand?" Like,
Yeah, it's
you're
important. It's
sounding our
important.
rhythm nicely there. It was good.
Yeah. And that's important because there's a lot of people who watch who have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
They're just watching it because, like, oh, my son's friends fighting, so
Yeah.
like stuff like that. So like they have no idea what like any of the terms are. It's like, what's this weird music that's playing? And they have why are they doing this weird walk around the ring? And like having somebody who can explain these things to in a very like beginner friendly way just helps everybody learn more about the sport. It's something I'm doing this the second. I'm doing a like I'm doing like it's not really a seminar. This girl who goes to this college in Kansas City, she's doing like her I forget the name of the project. She has like a graduation project that she's doing, and she wants to do something with like physical space, and so she's doing self-defense martial arts. So it just started off as a teaching self-defense, but I wanted to do more of like more of showing the history and culture of Muay Thai. At times I find it very weird because like I'm black. What like you know what I mean? It's like I'm that random black guy teaching people Thai culture. It's fucking weird. You know what I mean? It's just,
Probably better than me.
but I'm just saying, just show up in the monk gong and like armbands, like bro, you're a black American, bro. What are you doing? But I just want. It started off just being self defense. I have a couple like I have a couple moves I'm going to teach them for. I think would be practical for self defense using Muay Thai.
Yeah.
But I want to teach the history of the Mongong, history of the Prajes, the history of still in the ring, show them the white crew. At the end, do a white crew. And it's like a 4 hour thing where I just want to like show them more. There's more to fighting than just punching and kicking somebody. There's more to this sport than just punching and kicking somebody. The there's a whole rich history and culture behind it if you actually look at it.
Yeah.
And I think that's also what's important to show. I think like, you only have so much time. Each fight's like what 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes, how can you portray the beauty of Muay Thai to an audience who sometimes doesn't know what they're watching? You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I was breaking it down for my mother-in-law earlier in the day because she just got back from vacation, and she was like, "Oh, how was your commentary and all this?" And I was like, I'm trying to when I'm going in, I'm trying to break it down in a friendly way for people, not use too much jargon and, like,
Yeah,
get too technical with it, and then also, just bring that energy as well to the fight, and, like, nobody likes to
yeah,
hear somebody just drone on about it. Like, it's I think like the extreme example of that is like Michael Chavello. That dude, some people
yeah,
don't
yeah,
really like him because he's so ridiculous, but you can't
yeah,
say that he doesn't bring the excitement and like
yeah,
when something goes crazy, he's freaking out in the booth. Like
yeah, yeah,
I don't know if I'll ever be at that level. I don't even think that would be appropriate for my personality, but I think it's like really important that I bring that energy. And then one thing that we've done a little bit of, but I think I could improve upon more is like learning about the fighters and their story. Uh, you know, inspired by you were telling us about how that's what they do for Warriors Cup. I really like
yeah,
that
Liam.
about that. It's one of those things where if you it makes it more relatable and it brings
Yeah,
more people in to the like more involved to the fights and hopefully
it
more
does.
involved in the
And
sport.
the thing to it, it requires a little bit more effort. That's the thing because you have
Yeah,
to reach out to every fighter, and
right.
like kind of hopefully they get back to you. Sometimes they don't get back to you, and so like I agree. It would be nice, and next time I hope to. I can't say me. Hopefully, we both hope to like reach out to more people and try to get more information. People get more of the background stories. 'Cause I like the
Yeah,
way it works. I like how you have like a good understanding of the coaches, the gyms, and they come out. You talk about that. And I like how like I just provide a lot. I try to tell jokes. I say dumb things. I talk about the technical side of fighting, and I talk about like what would work, what they're doing, and like what they should be doing. And
yeah,
then Guy Chase comes in with like the history and the knowledge and things of that nature. I think it's like a good format and it works very well. Um, but it would be nice to have more in depth of what people are up to, what they've been doing, because it makes it a little more personal for each person, you know?
100%. Yeah, and it's tough sometimes if so it's like somebody's debut and they don't have a big online presence, it's like
Yeah.
you can stalk them on their Instagram and reach out to them. And those are like, my avenues
That's all you can try to do.
if if they don't have a lot on the internet about them. So it's all you can do.
Yeah.
But you
It's
do,
tough.
man.
It's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, if it was up to I wish like I keep saying like way too much. I'm trying to say like less. I keep hearing myself say like. I'm like, be on top of that. Stop saying like. If No Boundary did a better job of not forcing, but suggesting that they talk to us
Yeah.
beforehand or afterhand, I think it would work better in getting information from people. Maybe next time we should do the interviews at the weigh-ins. That way we already have kind of a rapport with them. And so when we try to do interviews afterwards, they already know our face, know who we are. It's a little like friendlier.
Yeah.
But we're still learning. Like I said, we just did interviews for the first
Yeah.
time. With Big Country will talk about that a little later. He was our correspondent on the field.
You guys, I felt like I was in like,
Streets.
when they send people off to like Syria to like fucking report on the war. That's what I felt
Yeah.
like.
I mean, why did you feel that way though?
I was deep in the jungle, dude.
Yeah,
I was with these fighters
deep
in
in
the
the
jungle,
trenches.
dude. I was deep in the trenches.
Wait, with the leather glasses, just
Oh, get back there.
Yeah, dude. I look like a goofball.
yeah. My favorite one was when you talked to Cassidy, because you made yourself sound like an actual news reporter. Hi, this is Big Country here at the Budget 28 with Cassidy. Again, this is Big Country.
I'm trying to be like Nardwar.
It was just funny. It was just I don't know. That was my favorite one
Like Anderson
out of all of
Cooper.
them.
Yeah, we need to know.
Yeah,
You're Cassidy Rivera. We need to know.
we were supposed to know these things.
What are you going to
But
eat?
it would be. I think we should. At some point, I want to do interviews like that where we go to people and we have in person and we make it fun and stupid and better. And I think that would get a lot of traction depending on who you do it with.
Yeah.
But yeah, so was there an interview that was like your favorite out of all the interviews?
Ari is the nicest guy I've ever talked to. Maybe I've ever talked to. I haven't really made the list yet. I'm still working on the list of the nicest guys I've ever talked to. But he's definitely on there. Yeah, he's just a super nice guy. He just has so much passion. Like,
Bro,
you could see it in the interview. He just like has so much passion and love for the sport. He just loves doing it.
Yeah. And those flips he did, I messaged him. I was like, hey, you have to teach us how to do those flips. He said he would. Yeah. Those flips he did, I was like, yeah, I want to do stuff like that. That's how you steal the show.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like he was acting the entire time, though. Like, I felt like he already knew he won.
As well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
I felt like he knew he won, and it was all just a performance.
Definitely.
And he's like, and he just flipped. Like,
yeah, like, how can you not won that fight? I mean, I think,
that was that probably was one of the better fights of the night. Like, I was trying to think of what fight was my favorite. The Ari fight was probably one of the.
He had so much aura. It was crazy.
Definitely up there for me. When he did that, he kept doing this like long guard sweep thing, and I was like, damn, it was so slick. I was like,
and he took the fight on what, 3 hours notice? Not 3 hours, like 3-day
like 2
notice
days or some shit. Yeah, it was insanely short notice.
Yeah, it was a great fight.
Yeah.
Any other fights that stood up to you on this card?
I mean, the main event for me, I really liked.
Yeah.
Kenny Moso versus Romani was sick.
It was a good fight too.
It was
it was a good fight.
We kind of knew going in it was going to be like the bull versus the matador type style. Romani's very slick. We've seen in the past in some of his fights him struggle with like a big clincher in John Robinson or like a big puncher, and he really just handled it well. Like Kenny from round 1 was trying to take his head off, like throwing crazy heat, throwing calf kick,
coming in hard.
Yeah, wading in, and Yeah, it was sick. Like he teeped him in the face like 3 times in the first round, and
Yeah.
then ended up using his clinch and knees to really just punish him for coming in like that. And
Yeah.
it was awesome to see. It was like, because yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen a ton of Romani's fights, but I haven't seen him fight like that. So it was cool.
It was cool. It was really cool. It was nice to see. It's nice to see the adjustments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Like, also watching that fight, I feel like Kenny won the first 2 rounds. I feel like Kenny took round 1 and 2, but then like I was saying this before. I was saying on the broadcast. He came in too hot. He was coming in very hot,
Yeah.
very heavy. He was hot already. Pause.
Yeah.
Pause. He was he was coming in hot. He was coming in very hot, and he was putting a lot of pressure on them. I was banking on the idea that he probably thought he could make Romani break by having that type of heavy pressure on him, but he didn't expect that maybe Romani can weather the storm and like give it back. So that's what you saw happen in round 3, 4, and 5. I feel like if Kenny also switched his game because he tried to stick with the same game plan all 5 rounds.
Yeah.
Instead of making an adjustment after he stopped working in the second. So if he did the first 2 rounds like that and then completely switched his game plan up on the 3rd round, I feel like he could have won the fight by kind of just adjusting. Okay, now you're no longer forward pressuring him. Now you can play maybe a little further back. Play a small counter game or something versus having this game where you're like pressure. Because in the 3rd round, he started just backing up. He started getting a little tired. Romani's pushing forward, and then now all that pressure you were putting on him no longer works because you're on the back foot. And you got dropped in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's easier to predict if somebody's just always forward, always.
Yeah.
It's like versus if you like explode into something and then I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know if that's like I don't know if that says a lot for like Romani's corners or if it says much for Kenny's corners, but like they made a really good adjustment on the fly and were able to like change up the game plan halfway through. And he was him in the head. Like he had some very close head kicks off of like that pressure game. Yeah. It was a really good fight.
Yeah,
Another fight that really
go ahead.
Say Kua. Oh, you say
I was gonna say that's a big weapon for Romani, the head kick. We've seen him finish people with it before. And yeah, it was definitely threatening the whole night, but he never really got off. And props to Kenny for defending well on that. So
yeah, it was good. It was very good. Another fight that really stood out to me was the Jordan Bukage fight versus Brendan Martin. That was a really good fight, simply because like seeing how I feel like we glazed on Kyle like crazy. So I'm not trying to glaze them, but like the movement, they all move very similar, and they kind of like switch stances a lot and have this in and out game that flows into their knee. They're very flowy, and it was nice seeing somebody who's newer because we've seen Cassidy, we've seen Romani, we've seen TK, we've seen Jordan, we've seen like all of like the, I guess you would call them the veterans of that camp.
Yeah,
we've seen the fight. So it's nice to see the newer guys and like how they're transitioning into it, and it was a very good fight. It was he hurt him with the knee to the body. Like he ended up catching them in like the side clinch air, big knee to the floating ribs. And I'm not sure he got a count at that point. He hit him with
I wouldn't be surprised.
So it's cool.
Broke a couple of them.
I wouldn't be surprised the way he winced. I wouldn't be surprised he broke his rib too.
Yeah,
like the way that it's hard. Getting hit in the ribs fucking sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He's like, he knows. Like, I got hit in the I got like no broken ribs, but I got knee in the ribs once. I was like, oh, I'm about to quit.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, I'm done.
Well, it's like higher up, like on your rib cage. Like you can't really condition that much.
Yeah.
You can condition your belly all day. Like I could take belly shots. It's not to the liver.
Yeah.
But like solar plexus and on the ribs, it's like that's almost worse. Like
yeah. Another fight that was really good. Let me just look through this list real quick. I'm gonna say this. It was a good fight. The Katrina Torrey versus Kate James fight.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good fight.
Yeah, it was a good fight.
I liked that fight. It was a good back and forth. It was like there was a lot of pressure, a lot of like countering, and especially Kate James being almost 50.
Yeah.
That was
47.
That was almost 50. So
47
that
years
was
young.
like,
They announced it like that. I was like, damn.
yeah, it did. It did.
I was like,
I said, and then they said, yeah. So freaking, it was nice seeing somebody who's older compete, and not only just compete, she did pretty well. She did. Like, you expect somebody younger to like run through somebody. She held her own.
yeah.
And it was good. There was a lot of good back and forth in that fight as well. Is any other fights that stood out to you?
Yeah. I mean, I think I liked the Pedro. They have him listed as on here versus Christian Massey. That was a good fight.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Christian got
I
dropped
felt bad.
first round. Yeah, I felt bad
Yeah,
too.
but he didn't get dropped though.
He got like knocked down, right? And I thought it
Like
was
he was still defending. Like he was still defending. That kind of annoyed me. Like he was still he was actively defending. I get you want to keep people safe,
yeah,
but he was actively defending.
right.
So I can see if like he was just sitting there getting wailed on. He's like stumbling around, but he's
Yeah.
blocking shots and swinging back.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, he's not just like eating things and like he's not unintelligently defending himself. He was defending, and it happened in a lot of fights that night. A lot
yeah,
of fights, people were like freaking getting random 8 counts for like stuff that you wouldn't be an 8 count.
yeah.
But that was a great fight. And then but the problem with stuff like that is as soon as you make it an 8 count, it's an uphill battle. Like
Right.
now
It's
you're
so tough
down
for him.
by 2 points. Yeah. You have to win the next 2 rounds or you lost the fight.
And I thought he did, but even still, I think it was a split decision, right? I know he got a majority,
It was I don't remember.
but
Just see on here.
he knew what he needed to do in those next rounds, Christian Massey.
Yeah.
And he really
Yeah, it was a
rallied
majority.
and like picked up the pace, and I think he took those 2 rounds. But it was cool to see
I
him
thought so
come
too.
back from that, which
Yeah.
was cool.
Like I thought so too. I thought he did enough because the kid Pedro hit
Yeah.
really hard. You
Yeah.
can see the weight in the shots. When you stagger somebody, he had a lot of weight. But then the problem with being a power puncher is you get tired quickly. There's a lot of explosiveness, a lot of force. You get tired very fast. And I feel like Christian Massey may not hit as hard, but he had big combos, and he has a pace. And he started putting the pace on him in the later rounds.
Yeah. I think he was more technically
Um,
sound too. He like had better counters and things like that. Pedro's
He
trying to
did.
take his
It's
head
just
off, and he couldn't keep up the pace that he kept in the first round, right?
yeah.
I don't think so. But he did win. So
He did
props
win.
to
He
the
did
fighter.
win. It's all that matters is if you win or not. Next fight I want to talk about, the Hayden-Coslow fight. Hayden-Coslow versus Colton Smith. That was also a very good fight as well.
Yeah.
I after this fight, I was telling like people like, so we had 2 teammates who fought as well, 2 friends, 2 teammates, and one thing Lewis did is he was throwing a lot of naked low kicks. And I was like, you should watch the Hayden fight, and that should show you how you should set up your low kicks. Because if everything's naked, they'll stop working. But then that's when you start using your hands to set up your low kicks, or start using your hands to angle off, set up your low kicks. And he was just hammering his back leg.
Yeah.
He was limping. The kid could barely walk after like the second or third round.
Yeah.
And then he kept like doing this little like, that was so annoying.
The
Like
taunting,
I get, yeah, he was taunting so bad.
which like
Yeah,
he was
except
like-
he lost
losing
every single
pretty
round.
badly as well.
Yeah. Like
Come
he lost every. Yeah, you like I can see if you're winning. So
Yeah.
first round, okay to taunt all you. It's the first round. You want to get inside somebody's head, go ahead and taunt. Second round, if you're winning, yeah, maybe you can do a taunt. But if you're losing the entire fight, stop taunting.
Yeah.
Especially if it's the 5th round
Yeah.
and you can barely walk.
Yeah.
Maybe you should use that taunting energy to block your leg. You know what I mean? Maybe you should go for a check.
You get hit with the clean shot and then you just try to taunt after it. It's like, dude.
Yeah. And then like, I'm not sure if I said this to you guys or if somebody told me this, because somehow this information was relayed to me, and apparently the dude Colton Smith was saying he didn't take Hayden very seriously.
Yeah.
He didn't think that he's like, oh, I didn't take him very seriously. I didn't really, yeah. And
Well,
it's like,
clear that he didn't, and that was his mistake, his first mistake.
yeah, it's your huge mistake, bro.
He's 6-0
Like that shows,
at that
yeah.
time.
Like, why wouldn't you take him serious at all if he's undefeated?
Yeah.
And your record's like, I don't know what his record is.
He has more fights for sure. I think he's like 9-4 or something like that.
Something like that.
I thought that Colton's height was going to give Hayden a little bit of trouble. He mentioned that on our interview with
Yeah.
him before, and then when I saw them in the ring, he's like 6'4" or some shit at like 155. I was like, that's a big boy, but he had
Yeah.
zero problems with it. He did
Yeah, he
exactly what
did
he
a good job.
and I don't think he got hit by anything that looked like significant the whole fight. It was like it's a
He did a
natural.
good job.
Yeah.
And one thing I wanna bring up too, another fight that's very important to bring up was the Cassidy fight. It was a
Yeah.
great fight too. Like, I was surprised that Cassidy had so much trouble in the clinch. She usually, like, mauls girls in the clinch,
Yeah.
and Lucy did a really good job of, like, nullifying that part of her game, and on top of that too, like we were speaking before about the adaptions, not only did she nullify it, but Cassidy adapted and came up with, like, completely different stuff to kinda, like, edge the victory out of that one too, which is really awesome.
Yeah, it was cool to see her
So,
challenged. Honestly, I think I don't know how you were feeling exactly, but personally, going into that fight, I was like, yeah, Cassie's gonna mow her down. She's gonna use her clinch and do that. And yeah, I was surprised to see that her say after the fight that she felt that she was a little heavier in the clinch and like
yeah.
could stand with her in that way. So that was cool. But I like the head kick she did also in one of the later rounds. That was
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
It was like didn't land totally clean, but it was close to ending the fight for sure.
It was yeah, like, I it was again, it's nice to see people have good challenges, and I think just based off of again, you don't know how somebody feels in there. Optics are a big thing, but from the outside perspective looking in, she looks like she's never, challenged too hard.
Yeah.
Again, we have no idea how she feels in the ring. We have no idea what she's dealing with inside the ring, but that, to us, looked like the biggest challenge she's had so far, and she aced it with flying colors, you know? So,
Yeah.
like, really do look forward to seeing, like, how much further she goes. Um, let's talk about some our teammates' fights. Let's talk about Lewis and Seth. Let's talk about Seth's fight. I'll start off. It was a sloppy fight. It was very sloppy, and I feel like I just want to go first so I can take the heat. Set
Yeah.
the president. Um, and Seth even said himself that he felt like that wasn't him. Like it's not his style. It's not how he fights. And I think that plays a big factor into fighting. Like not only is it the fight itself, but it's also the atmosphere. Like when we went to just kind of piggybacking, we went to MSG and the crowd there, like Noboundary's crowd is it's a nice size crowd. You know, not too big, not too crazy. It's nice. But like the MSG show, that was like an ocean of
Yeah.
people. And then you can imagine what type of factor that plays into your performance if you're not used to that. So I imagine for Seth, who really got his first, it was really, he's 1-0, but it was really his debut. And what coming out and having that wave of emotion must feel like. Because if I'm being completely honest, and I don't want to be harsh, he did win. That fight was kind of a layup, you know? He still won,
Yeah.
but it was a layup. It was a layup fight. It was an alley-oop. This was kind of, like, I don't want to say, like, I watched he asked me for advice on like if I could like do like a breakdown for his opponent and like give him some notes. And I watched the fight and I watched his opponent fought on Ring Titans.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, I'm not even worried for you. Like this kid's not really good at all,
Yeah.
you know. But the actual fight itself, it was it was all over the place. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think like I was taught when he was walking out, I was talking about, oh, he's got a great jab. He's like
Yeah, yeah,
crisp, clean boxing, and then he just started swinging crazy hooks, just going to take his head off, and I was like, damn! And then he just didn't stop, and I was like, and he got the knockdown in the first, and I
yeah,
feel like that didn't help the mindset of like he's just
yeah, 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 yeah.
like, but again, he did win. Proud of him, and yeah, excited to see him kind of show off his style a little more. I mean, I think you always say that like after your first maybe 10 fights, you're going to start kind of looking like you look at the gym. Uh,
Yeah, it takes 10.
takes 10. Yeah, for a variety of
It takes
different
10.
factors. But yeah, I mean, it's mostly like a mental thing, I think. And yeah, being at the, I know that first time I fought at Noboundary, first time I fought, even when we went in Vermont to Barrie, where it was I didn't fucking know anybody, and it was a smaller
Yeah.
than um Noboundary, I would say, by a small margin. Even that for me, it's like it's a lot. You're in there, the lights are on you,
Yeah, yeah.
sir. It's like you gotta stay focused.
The walk is hot. The walk is
Yeah.
hot. You're like, oh man, whew, here we go. You
Shit,
feel it.
I'm really doing this.
Yeah, yeah. You feel it. It happens. It's
But,
like it's like no, there's no return at this point.
right.
It's like
The point of no
yeah,
return for sure.
yeah,
And yeah, that's yeah, definitely it takes some reps, I feel like, for me to get there. I think I don't like fight like I look in the gym, and yeah, looking at the only two performances that I've had, I have the same. I'm just like, ugh, it's gross. Like, feel like I'm just going
yeah.
shot for shot, and like,
It happens. It happens.
it's
It happens.
like, what are we doing? Zero defense.
Yeah, it happens. Like it happens, especially as new fighters. You end up like I ask anybody who's listening to this, watch a local promotion, and I guarantee almost 90% of the fights are just slugfests. There might be one fight where it gets slowed down to like a chess match, but 95% of the fights is just guys brawling until somebody can't take the damage anymore and goes down, or somebody gets a clean hit, And it's like, ask yourself, is that what you want out of your fight career? You know what I mean? Do you want to just take unimaginable amounts of damage fighting somebody? Then if it's a yes, ask why. You know what I mean? Like, what's the end game of that? And for amateur, we don't get paid, you know,
Really?
for
Yeah,
a
what
shiny belt. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. It really
2
makes no
minutes on the
sense.
mic?
Yeah, for like 5 minutes and you get shuffled off, you
Straight to the
know?
hospital.
Yeah, straight to the it's just so like to me, be smart. Like you can still have an exciting fight, but you can make it a masterclass. I don't always make it master classes, but you can have like a fight that like has tension without making it boring. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I feel like if Seth was focused in this bout, he would have knocked that kid out.
He honestly he could have if he took his
I think
time a little bit, he could have knocked him out in the first round.
yeah,
If he because like the kid, so
hunt a
the
little
two
bit.
things the kid has, he has a really good chin. He has a very great chin. Like watching him fight the other kid, he gets hit with some big shots. Even when Seth knocked him down, he didn't go down. He was still
Right.
on his feet.
Yeah.
He dropped, but nothing touched the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can watch it back. We will have a
Yeah.
clip. He hits him. He drops. His knees buckle. Gloves don't touch the floor. He never left his feet. That's technically not a knockdown. It's
Yeah.
technically not. Yes, you drop him, but it's not a knockdown. He can still pop back up and keep fighting. You know.
Yeah.
And that's a great chin, regardless of what you want. He got hit flush in the face with a crazy hook, and just buckled and came back up.
Yeah.
You know. And I feel like Seth could have made it he was faster. He had better evasiveness, much better technique. I don't think I think I hardly saw any kicks. Maybe a little bit of clinching.
He threw like
And then the
a
problem,
head kick here and there, but it didn't land because
yeah,
it just wasn't there. But like when he did throw it, I was like, damn, all right, he got some kicks too.
yeah,
And yeah, like I feel like if he set some shit up, he could have, because he's got the power, obviously.
he has the power.
I think he could have done it, but yeah, it is what it is.
Especially, yeah, especially if you like you said, like, if you just set things up, use your jab, move. The kid's slower than you. He has terrible footwork. You have boxing background. You move very well. Hit him with a jab. Go to the body. Switch things up. I was telling him, this kid loves whatever you throw across, he extends his head to the right. He dips way too low. So it's like, if you throw it across, just throw the hit kick. It's there. You know what I mean? And he kind of caught him with the jab to the hook. And I think he was throwing so heavy, he couldn't follow up. So I don't think that hook was like expected to land. He was just winging a hook.
Yeah.
Because if he was expecting to hit with that shot, there should have been second. I'm not sure who said this. This is not my original idea. I'm not taking credit for this. But that hook that kind of buckled his legs, if he was actually expecting it, a second shot could have followed up.
Definitely.
Oh, you have the clip? This is where he buckles him?
Yeah, this should be it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, freaking Big Country coming with the young Jamie technique. We're talking about it and the clip comes up right away. That's what we need from producer.
This is the one you're
Like,
talking
see?
about?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. He said he didn't drop him. That's not a knockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah, his legs, it's like he squatted.
It's like he did a squat.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a deep squat.
I've heard it. I don't know if this is true or not, but in Thailand, if you get knocked down, you get
And
right back up.
Who's the camera person for this? Bro, that's terrible camera work. Bro,
Rough.
terrible camera work. Is this Darren who did this? Who recorded this? No, he's in the corner. But yeah, so if it depends, if you get knocked down, you pop back up. Sometimes they may not call it a knockdown.
Yeah.
In Thailand, but like that technically is not a knockdown. Yes, you hit him. He has a great chin. He stayed on his feet. No glove touch, butt didn't touch. He never left his feet. You know.
Yeah.
The ref was just off that night. The ref was bad that night. So yeah, I think it really could have been cleaner. I think like if he set things up, picked the shots a little better. I feel like he could have fought that kid and not been touched. He hardly even got touched, but I feel like he could have got touched less and made it look a lot more like a masterclass. Because like again, something that people have to realize: sometimes fights aren't meant to be like a tough fight. Sometimes fights are meant to show you a gym that you can fight. You know what I mean? So this was like a fight that was meant to show like, hey, like I can fight. Give me bigger fights. You know what I mean? Sometimes they're not meant for, how can I explain this? They're not meant for like the moment. They're meant for future moments. And just an example would be when I fought in Thailand. Like when I fought at the local stadium and I posted about it, mad people giving me shit about it. Oh, you're fighting tuk-tuk drivers. Like, yes, I understand I'm fighting somebody who's probably not at my caliber, but the goal isn't for me to fight this guy like I fight in a world champion. The goal is to show my coaches, oh, I can actually fight at a high level, put me in the big shows. And next thing I knew, I was fighting at Raja because I showed I can fight. You know what I mean? So that's what the purpose, you have to think about that sometimes. The goal isn't always to be like, oh, yes, this is the bit. Sometimes the goal is just to show that you're a high level fighter so you can get something bigger, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
But like, again, there's a lot. He has a lot of time. He has a lot of time to grow. There's a lot that can come from this. He won. And it's just going to get harder. So like the goal of the gym, the goal of a fighter is you take what you did, you just keep adding pieces, you know? One person I want to talk about though, Mr. Aura Farmer here. Mr. Luis. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. It was a tough fight. It was a good fight. It was a really good fight. Especially fighting somebody who's 6 feet tall and you're like, what, 5'6"?
Right.
5'5".
Yeah, absolutely. He's like 0% body fat. Just like
yeah.
jacked.
So it was a good fight. I feel like it was 1-1 going into the third. And then like he needed somebody to tell him, like, even if you aren't hitting him hard, just look busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
even if you don't need to hit him hard, but you just need to look busy. Just stay active. Keep your hands up, fire shots off, stick and move, don't get touched. If he hits you, hit him back. Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because he could have won that fight if they just got that advice. And I don't know what advice he was given. But like at one point he was kind of just backing up with his hands down, and the kid was busy. He was hitting him, he was tagging him, and the optics of your head snapping back always looks bad. So, and judges don't remember the entire fight. Like we were sitting there watching these judges kind of make some questionable decisions. You know,
Definitely.
I'm not saying any names, but you're like, huh?
That judge, the one with the chin strap during Lewis's fight, was pissing me off because he was like yelling at Baba to like, he's like, stop trying to knee him in the face. Baba's 6 foot, Lewis is 5'6".
Oh, you mean the ref? You mean the ref? The ref, right? Not the judge.
The ref.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, you're talking about the judge, but the ref. You talked about this earlier though.
Yeah.
Reminded me. The ref was like, he's like, stop kneeing him in the face. Baba's 6 foot tall, Lewis is 5'6", and he like kept like ducking down in the clinch. I'm like, of course he's gonna knee him in the fucking face. He's 6 foot tall.
Yeah, it's just the ref had. I'll say this: the guy has been roughing there a lot. I feel like it's just an off night. It seemed like they only had 2 refs for that card, and maybe they're just changing back and forth. So you must get tired roughing the entire night. But it was a lot of bad calls on his part.
I think they're probably more careful with people that are less experienced too. Like maybe not, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like that's good. Like, you probably can't take as much damage at that point, and I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong to think that, but I feel like I'd rather have him be more too careful than like letting somebody fucking
They get hurt.
get hurt
Yeah, but
and like it didn't
there's
have
a
to
level.
happen type thing. But I
Yeah.
think that I do agree that I feel like a lot of some of those calls I was like, okay, like with Christian, I think he was defending himself well, but um
There were some bad calls.
yeah.
There's some bad calls. And I get the whole I get the whole be careful thing
Yeah.
because they are amateurs,
I mean it is fighting also.
but you're fighting. And again, having your first one fight at a local promotion is not going to destroy your career. So
Yeah.
it's not like you losing this fight automatically ruins your life.
Right.
You know?
That's it too.
But
Like I think he's, probably not thinking about the fact that knockdown in the first is really putting this guy at a disadvantage in a 3-round fight. Like
yeah.
it says a lot less weight than if it was a fight like with you or, some
Yeah.
pros or
We were 3 minutes or like a
really
5-round fight, you know?
yeah.
It was just that. It was just like there's
I
some
thought
bad
I
calls
thought the
from the
judging
ref.
was definitely questionable
The
again.
the judging was questionable too.
Like, there was a couple where there's some serious disagreements among people on how they saw it, and it's just like it's tough. I mean, yeah, I think they need to really align on how they're judging, and
Yeah.
I don't know what the answer is, but
Honestly, I think training would be helpful if there
yeah,
was like. So I know like not I think it's the TBAs. It's the guy who runs the TBAs. He does like a course seminar for referees and judges, and I think that would be helpful to have something like that in Massachusetts, where there's like some universal training for judges and
yeah,
refs and judges. So like it was more uniform. It's not very uniform here.
right.
Like you saying, like if one judge is scoring it 30-27 one way, and the other guy has it 30-27 the opposite way, there's some type of
There's a
what are
problem.
you guys watching?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
there's a problem. Like I'll be
and
honest,
it's
there
not
was
that
only one person. It's not. I think there was only one person who was judging well, and it was the person sitting next to us.
yeah.
I'm not saying names. Yeah, I feel like they were judging well. I'm not saying names. I'm not saying genders, but there's one. There's one person that was being fair with their judgment.
Yeah,
I felt like,
yeah. No, I agree, and,
yeah,
yeah, it's tough. I think, one thing I'll say it again, I said it probably like 4 times on this podcast already, but
yeah,
judging needs to be in line with, like, global rule sets, and I know there's
yeah,
different ones, so hard to say, but the purpose being that, if a promotion decides to score it more like the aggression, they're coming forward, and then, you build these fighters up, and then they wanna fight internationally, and then it's scored more on technique and balance and all these other things, like,
yeah,
they're not gonna maybe be as successful, and you're doing them a disservice in that way, like,
yeah.
I think that obviously everybody wants to bring this community up, and, um, that's an important part of it.
It's important. It's very important, especially making because what's the end game? You know what I
Right.
mean? Is the end game because so if you're looking at Muay Thai as a whole, if you're looking at Muay Thai in America as a whole, what is the end game of Muay Thai in America? It's to produce great Muay Thai fighters in this country. So if we want to increase the amount of high level fighters that are in the United States of America, the rules should reflect the global rules. Right? The judging should be very similar no matter where you fight. The criteria should be very similar. And if it's not, you're getting mixed reviews everywhere you go. It's kind of is muddying the water. You're not getting like a nice, clean, uniform, like presentation essentially.
Yeah.
And that's why I mean we're getting better. We're getting much better at fighting. There's mad videos on Instagram like the foreigners are coming. They're taking over. They're taking it serious. You guys are like it's just bad ties yelling about foreigners taking over the sport.
You gotta actually do your 5Ks now, guys.
Yeah, but I think that's the beauty of the sport. Like, what would Muay Thai be if Ramon Deckers didn't change the game a little bit? You know what I mean?
Right.
What would it be if there wasn't somebody who comes in and forces people to have to adapt? If the Japanese weren't throwing calf kicks, you know what I mean? Like that's what martial art is constantly. It's
Yeah.
it's constantly evolving. It's always changing. It's always adapting. Like if we were still fighting like Muay Thai was, you ever see those videos of like you know when Raja first starts and it shows up black and white videos of them fighting?
Yeah.
Bro, if we were still fighting like that, if we were doing Muay Thai like that, no offense, this ancient Muay Thai, but if we were swinging fucking with no put like arms and
Yes.
fighting like they're fighting like this and throwing crazy kicks. I'm glad this evolves. You know, I'm glad it continues to
Yeah.
evolve. I'm glad it gets sharper and cleaner, and like techniques gets better. Like it's important. It's very important. With that being said, what would you rate this show?
I'm gonna give it a generous 4. I feel like they're doing a great
Just one?
job. They're coming up. I feel like it would have been cool to see. I always say this: a couple pro fights
Yeah,
on the card too. But they had some really high level amateur stuff. Some fights
yeah,
that I was definitely super looking forward to, and
yeah,
it's great to commentate as always. So I'm gonna go 4.
yeah. I think this one would be the same. I think this card delivered very well. I think it has some really good fights. I feel like this card has a lot of like rewatchability. Sometimes cards don't have that, where like the fights like there's one fight where the it's on YouTube. You guys can watch it. Um, I don't remember who the name of the guys are, but the entire YouTube video is like maybe 20 minutes long, and it's a 3 round 2-minute fight. So the entire card should only be 10 minutes,
Yeah.
but it's like double the time because all they do is kick each other in the nuts for a round and a half, and they're both taking 3-minute breaks. So it's like, would you want to rewatch that? No,
Yeah.
I would not want to rewatch freaking these dudes just have nut shot for nut shot back and forth
Yeah.
for a round. But there was a lot of great fights on this card, a lot of action. There's a lot of stuff you could watch, and I feel like you could take bits and pieces from. But okay, we could do this and this. Like there was a lot of that in this card. It's definitely one. That was a good card. That was a really good card. Um, let's let's another question. I feel like we haven't done a question in a while.
Okay.
Um, I don't have any off the top of my head.
We think.
Big country, do you have anything?
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone who's like maybe not progressing as much as they want to?
Oh, that's actually interesting. You go first. You go first.
Well, I think in my own experience, which I can only speak to, I think initially when you start, as you're learning skills, you improve. A lot of people start talk about this. You improve very fast, and you're learning your skills, and then once you kind of have your basic strikes and your kind of basics down, the improvement process really slows down, and it feels like you're not improving at all. But um, I think like if you're putting in the work and you're putting in the right kind of work, and you're not trying to just like combine. I think it's important in my own training to often break down technique in a slower way and focus on that, and then focus on cardio and in my in training in other ways, and then in sparring you like put that all together, right?
Yeah,
um but I feel like, yeah, it probably just feels that way because you're getting to a certain point. um yeah, but I mean, it could be a variety of different factors. I can't speak to your experience. It might be somebody's style of coaching. Maybe you just don't vibe with that, or maybe you're trying to do everything at once. You're trying to learn the skills, but you're also just trying to keep up with the training physically, and you're not progressing with your technique in that way because you're just trying to keep up with the physical aspect of it. Yeah, I mean, there's always like peaks and troughs of you're learning a lot, and then it feels like maybe not so much, and it's not a linear progression. I would say just keep going.
I can agree with that. Is a big part of it. Just keep going. Um, it is a big part of it. Just fucking keep going.
Yeah,
And that's the problem most people have, is they quit or they stop. They take breaks and they try to come back. And it's like if you just stayed in it, if you made Muay Thai the one, if this is, I always say this all the fucking time. If you can make one thing consistent in your life, make it Muay Thai. If your life is all chaos and crazy and hell, and there's only one thing that you can make consistent, is I go to training every freaking day, or I go to training these days a week, do that. At least you have something to look forward to. At least you have something that's consistent, and then like you can always expand from there. But it was funny because you say that. I just saw like a YouTube video. I saw YouTube, Instagram. Some kid had an Instagram reel.
Mhm.
And he trains at Two Bridges,
Nice.
and he's like, "Oh, I want to get better faster, faster, fast." They talk about like how he wants to improve faster and shit, like get better and all shit like that. And then he's like, "I need it. Like, how do I do it?" Say stuff like that. And I'm like, the key really is just fucking have fun with it.
Yeah,
Like, why is this obsession with being great quickly? It's
yeah.
fucking weird. And I think, um,
Get comfortable being in that training environment and just
yeah, just have
being
fun.
there and
Just
putting in the work doing it, and like,
enjoy the entire process.
yeah,
Like, yeah, it's not gonna be overnight success. It's not gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be a long time. And I think the answer is people don't want to wait a long time to actually be good. People don't want to wait 5, 6 years to be good. They want it
yeah,
to be good tomorrow.
right.
And that's not how this shit works.
They want the fast track.
And
It doesn't
yeah,
exist.
you want to fast track something that requires you to painstakingly work on one technique for hours.
Yeah,
Like there was a point in time where I was literally at the gym every fucking day from like 4 p.m. to 10 o'clock at night. Like I would go straight from school, straight to freaking Hard Knocks and stay there all day. I'd be the first one there, like in the afternoon class, and I would leave in the evening class, and I'll be the last one to leave. And I did that for fucking years. You know what I mean? And then it's, but it's not even about like, and this makes it sound like urgent. It's not urgent. Just have fun. Like I also feel like social media doesn't help.
no,
I feel like being able to see everybody else around you doing stuff kind of makes you feel like you're missing out.
yeah,
It's not real. Like there's so many guys who are like good on social media, and then you watch them fight and they lose or they suck. You know what I mean? And no offense, like I don't want to say names. There's a bunch of influencers recently. Like there's one influencer posted their record, and the record is freaking like bad. You know what I mean? And then like I get you trying to make it the influencer thing where you're like, I'm not my record, blah 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 blah. But you're using a sport that requires you to be good to build your brand. So yeah, you're not your record, but also you're not good at the sport. So and there's another guy who like he's super famous when it comes to like the martial arts world shit. And he just went pro and he lost his pro debut. And again, you're just marketing it as like, oh, I lost this not gonna stop me. But then it's like, again, you never said you were the best. You never said you were great.
yeah,
But it kind of matters for this fucking sport. You know what I mean? It
yeah,
like and then like they're not grifters. I'm not saying they're grifters, but it's just like you see the disillusion. You see the walls crumble down when these people actually fight for real. And granted, you can always get better. But to digress.
I think what it really matters is when somebody tries to come off as something that they're not, and they're trying to pass along knowledge to people that they don't have, right?
They don't
They've
actually really
never
have.
been there and they've never done it. And I don't think
But
you need to like, be a world championship fighter to train world championship fighters.
yeah.
But it is super important about being honest with who you are, and like it's disrespectful to the sport to not. And you're just
Yeah, I also I agree to an extent. And also it's not even just like there's nothing wrong with telling your story. There's nothing wrong with telling a story. But like if you're using your story to kind of like take from people, I'm gonna say that's what you're doing. But like I digress. I don't want to talk about that specifically. I just want to go back to the question
Yeah.
and basically say like the whole goal really is not if you feel like you aren't improving, if you feel like you're like not reaching these like because all you're doing is setting standards for yourself. Nobody else is putting this pressure on you besides you, either because you see other people around you getting better, or because you feel like you should be at a certain point at a certain time, and none of that exists. Like everybody flourishes at their own time. Just go to the gym and have fun.
Yeah.
Remember why you got into martial arts. Like remember why you're doing what you do. Think of the fact that you're doing something that's 2,000 years old. I've been doing Muay Thai is fucking 2,000 years old. There's some ancient Thai who taught somebody who eventually taught your teacher. You know what I mean? And now you're learning it. Your lineage is freaking has long roots. Marvel in that. Don't worry about the progress. This sport's 2,000 years old. You gonna learn it in a week? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and one thing that you told me that I'll never forget is before my first fight, you were like, "This is when the fun starts," and I feel like the lead up to building your
wait, I
skills.
said that?
You did say that.
What? That's crazy.
So building up your skills to getting to be able to fight, I feel like it can
Gotta write that
feel
down.
like it's all stick and no carrot. And
Yeah.
you want to have like an accomplishment so you can feel like, I did this and then this happened. These are the results. And I feel like it can feel that way. But what I feel like is helpful for me, like for example, right now I'm injured. So I was
Yeah.
supposed to be fighting and now I'm probably not going to fight.
Yeah.
But it can feel like when shit like that happens, you're like, well, what the fuck is this even, what am I even doing right now? Like, is this a waste of time? Like, but I
Yeah.
think what's really helpful in those moments is to like, number one, keep going. But number two,
Yeah.
remember how far you've come and like how Muay Thai has improved your life in so many ways. And for me, I can list so many different ones. And yeah, I think that makes
So
me
much
feel
shit,
better
man.
about that kind of stuff. And everybody's on their own journey. And,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, you can't be comparing yourself to people.
Like I walk around with so much confidence now because of Muay Thai. I
Yeah.
just walk around like I don't know. I walk around unbothered by shit. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm not the most confident person always. I'm still very shy, but like there's a level of calmness you have knowing that like I guess just knowing that you know how to fight,
Yeah.
knowing that you can like that you can protect yourself if you have to, and not only can you protect yourself, that you know how to protect yourself well. I think it just comes from just fighting in general, like having somebody punch you in the face a bunch of times. You start realizing like, okay, like how bad is a confrontation really? Know what I mean,
Yeah.
and it's just like, but it does help in a lot of ways. The main thing I feel like it helps in is the idea that you can put yourself through extreme amounts of stress and be okay. And that is something that I think we talked about this before. I feel like that's something that a lot of people lack is like they don't like to put themselves through stress. So when they get put under like a lot of pressure, they break,
Yeah.
you know, and they don't turn into
Mental stress.
diamond. But like mental stress, yes. And then like, but Muay Thai kind of push you through physical, mental stress, all types of fucking stress.
Yeah.
And it fucking molds you and molds you and molds you, and you come out with a fucking diamond afterwards, man. And that's the beauty of it. So hopefully the country just answered your question.
Just went on
Heck yeah.
7 tangents.
The people needed this information.
Yeah, I feel like so like I haven't posted the video. I'm gonna remake it again, but I want to post my first fight so people can see how bad I was. You know what I mean?
Pretty bad.
It's pretty bad. We watched it. I'm gonna
Better than
remake a
that.
new. I think you guys are better than I was when I first started. But the whole thing is like I was having fun.
Yeah.
I was enjoying the process. I was literally just hanging out with my friends and doing dumb shit, having fun doing Muay Thai. It feels like there's more politics now than back then. Back then there wasn't much politics. It didn't feel like there wasn't much organization at all. And now it just seems to be just so much just drama in the sport. And I want to go back to just making it fun,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. It's an unfortunate part of it. I just try to stay like not even engage if I can. I'm just like,
Yeah. Yeah, just make it fun, you know? Just try to make it fun. That's all you can do.
I think that Big Country's first fight is gonna be broadcasted internationally.
hell yeah.
Gonna
I
probably
mean,
be the most watched event
if
in the
you
history of
so
humankind. It's
if
gonna be
you
like the Olympics, except it's just me.
it's just him in his room in his underwear. That's all it is.
It's shadow boxing, shadow boxing.
My first fight is against myself. He's sitting there
Me and my
freaking
cat, dude.
fighting his demons. That's what he's
All of my fights.
They hit hard.
No.
They hit hard.
Yeah, they do hit hard. I'm not gonna lie. Those vices, man. I'm not even talking about you. I'm talking about myself. Freaking
Dude, though.
how did
He's a good boy.
I'm trying to think. Who, I'm a good boy or Cat's a good boy?
No, you're a good boy. Do you don't have any bad vices?
Not too
Me
crazy.
too.
Not too crazy. Not too
Big
crazy.
Country's a real good boy. He's never done anything bad.
Country's a good man.
Andrew Dunlap.
Big Country's
Oh
a good
man,
man.
yeah. I wish
Um,
I was like a super healthy, like that type of athlete kind of fighter.
no, because I feel like then what happens is something breaks eventually. You know,
Yeah,
like freaking
they keep it
oh my
up.
god, like Hector was
Probably like
saying.
Skarbowski.
No, like Hector was saying,
Yeah.
like if something's at 10,
Good enough.
something else is at fucking 2. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
So
You're right.
if everything's so if you're like, I'm super healthy, I'm super disciplined, you probably don't have friends. You probably don't have like a social life. You're probably just
Yeah,
focused on
your mental
that.
is maybe not. I think it's important
Yeah,
for you to relax and take some time.
it's important to fucking relax.
Yeah.
Like I don't beat myself up about certain things. There's no reason to. It's
Have a rest.
already yeah.
Spend some time with your family.
But yeah, exactly. Do stuff outside of sport. Like I was watching this very I would probably like put a link somewhere. It's a YouTube video about this guy who's a producer. He's a producer or he's a musician, a jazz musician who worked with Kendrick Lamar. And it's full of fucking gems. And something that like he says that like has been sticking with me a lot is like, okay, we already know you could play an instrument. Like show you have other interests. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, cool. Like we know you're a jazz musician. We know you're fucking nasty, but what do you read books? Like what are the hobbies do you have? Because like when you meet people, you gotta be able to connect to people other than music. You know what I mean? Not everybody fucking likes music.
Right.
But people like other shit. So like if all your entire life is music, that's all you talk about, people won't hear that shit all day. Talk about something else, you know? So
it's dangerous to have something just consume your identity like that too.
yeah.
What if, especially with Muay Thai, if you get injured and like it's not going to take the sport away from you, but like it'll take fighting away from you.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
like that'll fuck people up, you know, like mentally. I feel like if it's
And I feel that's the reason why, like for example, not Andrei Arlovsky, wow, Volkanovski, like when he got hurt, when he got KO'd, and like I felt bad because you could see that like fighting to him is like his everything because he
Yeah.
kind of was like he says, "Oh, if I'm not fighting, I don't know what to do with myself," and it's like, but that makes you great. But I feel like that's also the downside because eventually what happens is the fighting ends. Then what do you do? You know what I mean?
right.
So the key really is like, who are you besides the fighter? And that's where I feel like a lot of fighters, especially like a lot of high level fighters, don't have that information. Like, who am I outside of this?
Because you're so focused on fighting.
You're so focused on fighting, and especially if it's your entire like, just like basketball players, like freaking athletes been doing the sport, like they're this one sport their entire life. That once it's over, you're like, okay, what else do I do? I've been doing this. All I know is this thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
And
I've
you see
spent
a lot of them really run into problems with drugs, problems with, you know, they get into crazy shit
anything.
because they just don't
Yeah.
know what to do. Like, you know?
You know, but like
I mean, that also
Yeah.
happens with people who just like retire and make their work their entire like that.
Yeah,
The
it's true.
boomers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
true.
boomers,
Life.
they retire and then they just die in 2 years or something.
Yeah, it's true. Like they have
because you
like
had nothing going on.
They harass.
they have an
harass
identity
you
crisis.
in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know they harass young waitresses at restaurants over nothing.
They
yes.
report my
I mean,
students
that's
to the
really
HOA. They fucking, you know.
and that's kind of like oh, there's a lot to it. There's a lot of like nuanced details to this shit. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. I think that might be it
That's
for
a good
today.
yeah, it's a good stopping point, I think.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. We have a lot of great stuff planned in the future. So please keep listening. Like, follow, subscribe, tell a friend, tell your grandma. Thank you guys again. I'm Lavell Wesley. That's my homie.
Andrew Vignati,
And that's Big Country. And have a good night, everybody.
thanks for tuning in.
Deuces.